Hey folks, how y'all doing today? Well, we're gonna drop a video on you here today. It's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna go over some viewer questions that I've been getting, and it's really something I really need to talk about. And even on Facebook, when I get a question, I just been going into the group and doing a short video on answering that question because I answer questions better. I like to do a hands-on video to answer a question. That's what we're gonna go over today. Uh, One thing we are going to go over at the end of the video, if you've ordered kits from us, or if you haven't ordered one yet and you're thinking about it, we're going to go over the instructions that we put in that kit. It makes it easy for you. It simplifies everything, and we're trying to give you the best chance at success that you have on this. Something else we're going to go over today is water quality. That is my well water here. We're going to go over water quality in your mash. Been getting a lot of guys, it's just working for like 2 days and stopping. Then I asked a question, what water did you use? And they're using city water. So we're going to go over that, water quality, rainwater, well water, spring water, and city water. First thing we're going to go over is some stuff about your steel. When you're running your steel, everything pertains to from your mash to your steel to your dun. So we're going to try to cover all that. Today is mash in day here at Sticky Creek Malt. We still mash in, and we still do make us a little bit of moonshine from time to time. So y'all stick around with us, and we'll get right back in here with you.
Go.
All right, guys, we're back. One thing I want to go over with you today is when you're putting your mash in your steel, how much should you put in your steel? Well, you never want to fill it up into the cake. I usually fill mine up, probably this one, probably about right here, which is 95 gallons. It's a 100-gallon pot, so I'm putting 95 gallons in my steel, and I'm leaving some head space right there. Because if you fill it up too far, when your mash starts boiling, it's going to expand up into your cap, and then it's just going to puke over into your thumper. And that's something that you don't want. Been getting a lot of questions and people having discolored alcohol, low proof. Well, that's probably why you're puking your steel. You're putting too much in it, and it's just puking over into your liquor. This right here is a little slobber box I use with my brandy steel. I don't use a thumper on my brandy steel, but I do use a slobber box. And it basically just acts as a filter. But the same basis in a thumper, it looks like a thumper. When you fill your thumper up, this tube, your end tube, is going to come down. And it's probably going to touch the bottom with a notch. So you only want to put maybe 2-3 inches of liquid at most in there, just enough to cover that notch. Because as you run, water vapor and all that stuff is going to start filling your thumper up. So if you fill your thumper half full, I could almost guarantee you're going to puke your steel over into your distillate. So let's try not to do that, and let's fill it up about a couple inches. That's all you need. And in your steel, make sure you leave 2 or 3 inches from the top for head space. And I know it's a 100-gallon steel, but that works the same on a 5-gallon or a 10-gallon or a 20-gallon or anything else you're running. You need some head space because if it gets all the way up into your cape, it's gonna puke over because it's just gonna start expanding as it boils. You seen boiling water. Your boiling water will boil over on the stove. Well, same process with this, and you're under pressure. Want to go over something about your condenser? Had a question about that. It was like your condenser would run and stop, run and stop, run and stop. You need to make sure. This is an old coil I've got here. You need to make sure you got equal spacings on your coil, all the way down to the bottom. And you need to make sure that flake stand is level when you're running. Now, if this one is higher than this one, it's going to start building alcohol up, liquor, distillate, right here. Well, then it's just going to fill up and then run, fill up and run, and that's just putting more pressure on your steel. I heard a guy answer a question that I really didn't like, I don't agree with. He said, you're not running, your worm's not running right, so that's why your distillate is discolored. Well, that's not true. If you're not puking your thumper, or if you're not puking your steel, your alcohol should still be clear. but it's going to be mean. It's going to be hot alcohol. But then you're going to also put more pressure on your still with that. So no, a worm not running correctly won't make your liquor discolored, but it does make it hot. It makes mean liquor. Just remember, do not puke your still and do not puke your thumper, and you'll have a lot better distillate. Run it slow. Make sure your heat's right. So y'all come back here in just a minute, and we'll get into this water thing that I was talking about. We're going to go over the water now. Rainwater, well water, spring water, and city water. I use well water. I'm blessed with an excellent well here. It's probably 500 foot deep or a little over. It's in solid limestone. It's the best water I've ever used. I don't do pH on my water. Everybody gets caught up in pH tests and this and that. You don't have to do that to have good water. A good mash starts with good water. And I've been getting a lot of things in my groups and stuff on Facebook that say, well, when mash started at this, it worked 2 days, now it won't work. And then come to find out they use city water. City water has chlorine and other additives, fluoride, and all these chemicals in it. It changes everything in your mash. Yeast don't like it. Yeast cannot live in chlorine. Not a drop of chlorine, it won't live. So let's try not to use city water. Rainwater, you don't know where the rainwater come from. Did it get pollution from a coal plant or a paper mill or any kind of plant? So all this pollution in the air that we have, it's just going to grab it. And, smog leaves a big city after a thunderstorm moves through. Well, that thunderstorm took all that smog and all that pollution up in it. So when you get in rainwater, there used to be a thing called acid rain. And around here, it was hurting our mountains real bad. We didn't have no fish in the streams or anything. And we're kind of getting it straightened up a little bit now. But if it'll kill fish in a stream, why would you want to use it in your liquor mash? Spring water. And when you go get spring water, look for watercress and how much growth is around that spring. If there's a lot of grass and weeds and stuff growing, then you know it's a healthy spring. And it gets filtered good. Make sure there's a lot of rock in the spring when you get it. The way I was taught, I've known this since I was 10 years old. If you take you a quart jar and get your water, and you shake your water like you do your alcohol, so you just run a quart and you shake it, see what proof it is. That water should look a lot 150, 160 proof alcohol. It should have big bubbles, big beads come up on it, and then leave. If your water won't bead, it don't make good liquor. That's what I've been taught, and that's what I've known for 35 years. I've done this stuff for 35 years. Let's try to get some spring water. If you can't get well water or something like that, then go to the store and get spring water. You don't spend all the money on your ingredients and your mash and all this time and effort in it. Why not put some good water in it and give it the best chance for success? That's why we're here. We're trying to give you the best chance for success on your. This here's what I'm going to leave you with today, guys. Sorry about the cut. I do them bloopers and stuff all the time. We have to cut for them. Is when you get a East Kentucky whiskey kit or a smoked sour mash whiskey kit from us, we send you detailed instructions that is going to give you the best success rate that you possibly can. This is the East Kentucky whiskey kit. You got instructions for your sweet mash right here. You run it. Right here's your easy sour mash instructions. You can sour mash it up to 3 times. This gives you the best chance for success on this kit. Then on our Sticky Creek Heritage Malt smoked corn whiskey kit, This is your sweet mash instructions. This is your sour mash instructions. You run this thing 3 times on sour mash. And we're just trying to give y'all something that you could be proud of when you get done, and learn something while you're doing it. I got some comments and stuff about me calling people brother and sister. I'm gonna end this video with that. I call you all brother and sister. Now, I've never met you before. It may be the first message you've ever sent me or first comment you ever put. I'm gonna call you brother and I'm gonna call you sister. We're all children of God, and that makes you my brother and sister. I don't care what color you are, where you live in the world, or what you do, or what you have done in your past, or whatever. I don't care. You're still my brother and you're still my sister. We've lost compassion and love for our fellow men, especially in this country, the United States. And we need to pick that back up and show people that we do care. The moonshine community, around here especially, and throughout the world, throughout the country, has always come together in times of crisis and times of need. If anybody in the community needed help, the moonshiners always stepped up and helped them. You know, us hillbillies and moonshiners, that's how we survived all these years. And East Kentucky, the reason I'm helping them is because them people didn't have much in the first place. Now they lost everything. It's bad. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. The news stations, the media didn't show enough of it. It is horrible. These people need everything. They just don't need 1 or 2 things. They don't need this today and that'll be fixed. They need everything. So y'all need to go to coppersteelraffle.com and buy you a $5 or a $10 ticket. We're giving away 2 complete moonshine steels. You're getting kits with it. You're getting everything for $5 or $10, guys. It's a work of art. The commercial that I put on here, which is Adam Burgess of Copper Steel Co. He's the one that built them. He's an artist. Still in the clear. He's throwing in some stuff too. Osiris, a good man. So let's all pull together. Let's everybody pull together, help these people out. I'm going to leave a short video at the end of this one, and you can see what we're talking about. I'm going to drop the link in the description to Copper Steel Co., coppersteelraffle.com, my store, Sticky Creek Heritage Malt, and Still in the Clear. Let's keep this stuff going. Good job, whoever's all already bought a ticket, and thank you all. Great job. I hope one of you wins it, because one of you will, I hope. So with that being said, we love y'all. What you talk not, and we'll see you soon.
Wake up feeling frigid and dead. Take me back to Kentucky. Let me sleep in her loving arms. Let me walk